Hello one and all, welcome to the Math Magic Show. In this one, we're going to find the sum of those values using perhaps a non-kind of traditional approach, or maybe an approach you haven't seen before. So imagine we have to add up the numbers, say 1 through 18. It's true that we can just go through that sum and just add it up on a calculator, but is there some other way of doing it? Well, there is. Take a look at something. It's pretty interesting. The 18 and the 1, so the 18 on the end and the 1 on the left, when you add them up, it's 19. Do you see that? And now look on the bottom. When you add 2 and 17, that's also 19. Now take a look. When you add 16 and 3, that's also 19. When you add 4 and 15, you see that's also 19. And when you add 14 and 5, that's also 19. When you add 6 and 13, that's also 19. When you add 12 and 7, that's also 19. When you add 8 and 11, that's 19. And when you add 10 and 9, that's also 19. So we have 18 numbers. Look very carefully though. Those 18 numbers altogether give us 9 pairs. This is what I mean. Look, on the bottom is 1 pair, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 pairs. The sum of each pair of numbers is 19. What that tells you is the following, that you can simply find 171, which is the sum of all of the numbers, equivalently on the right side there by simply doing 9 times 19, which is equal to 171 also. You can check. Okay, so here, this wasn't strictly necessary because of 1 through 18, I mean, you can do that on your calculator pretty quickly. But let's take a look. So imagine now I have to add up the numbers 1 through 100. Now that is equal to 5050, but I don't want to sit there and add up 100 numbers together, so can I spot some pattern in the sum that might be useful? Well, there is. Take a look. 100 and the 1 is 101, you see that? Then the 2 and the 99 is again 101. Then it's 98 and the 3 is again 101. And then the 4 and the 97 is again 101. The 96 and the 5 is again 101. Then 6 and the 95 is again 101. The 94 and the 7 is again 101. But keep in mind, just like in the previous picture there, when we had 18 numbers, we had 9 pairs of values. Here, the sum between any two numbers, one on the left all the way, one on the right, is equal always to 101. And we would have 50 such pairs. So what is that telling us? That is telling us that to find the sum of 1 to 100, well, we can simply do it instead on the right side is the following. We can simply do 50, which is the number of these pairs, times 101, which is the sum per one pair. And when you multiply it, you will see that 50 times 101 is 5050. So that's a way of doing it. Take a look at this. So this is all the numbers from 1 to 1000. Now obviously trying to do this by adding 1000 numbers one by one will take you way too long. So look for a pattern. Take a look. 1000 and the 1 there will give you 1001. Okay, 2 and the 999 will give me 1001. 998 and 3 will give me 1001. The 4 and the 997 will give me 1001. And just like before, we have 1000 numbers, an even number of values. That means we will have 500 pairs because it's 1000 numbers and 2 numbers are involved in every pair. So there will be 500 pairs of numbers. The sum for each pair is 1001, just the way you see it. So that tells you that to find the sum of the values from 1 to 1000, what you can do instead is simply do 500 times 1001. And on your calculator, that's pretty easy. It's 500,500. Instead of having to sit there and add up these numbers 1,000 times. It's kind of interesting to see these patterns in mathematics. That is it for me though. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.